How does it feel to have won the award?
Very exciting and surprising.
Yeah, really, yes. That's been really exciting. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
And what does this kind of recognition mean to you?
I think it's something like Requiem is good because I felt like maybe the show for a while was a little bit under the radar, and I'm so happy that somebody is actually recognizing the music because a lot of work went into it, and also it's a kind of musical piece. It has a musical a character as a main character, and I think it's a kind of dream project to work on. So
I think it was same sort of thing, but I think we were allowed to be quite experimental and have fun and sort of move around and try things and themes, and there was that sort of horror, spooky aspect to it. So it was sort of up my street and yours, I think, but it's very nice to be supported and recognised, definitely.
What's your take on composition in the UK at the moment? Is it being supported enough?
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm sure it could be supported better. I think there is I'm in the sort of film music soundtrack field, so there is a lot going on. So I'm not sure it even really needs supporting. So because it's quite strong. But then I think in the classical field, and I think what's probably more difficult is at the moment in kind of performing, recording music and performing artists. That's could probably do with some support at the moment because there is less income now because of streaming and all that. CD sales are down, so I think that's where there's some support could be done there.
With that in mind, what would your advice be to young composers starting out?
I mean, in the film and TV field, I would say, because sometimes I have some young people and they come to me and they ask, what do you want, what shall I do, and so and they say they come with a show reel that has action music and romantic comedy, etc. And then I go well, maybe just concentrate on one thing and just do your own thing and keep on doing it, and at some point someone will notice it and think, realize its potential.
And what do you have in store for the rest of the year?
I'm just starting on a really exciting project, sort of like Netflix series. I'll be going out to the Southeast Asia to record half of it there and half of it in the UK, so I'm looking forward to this journey.
And what's been your biggest career highlight so far?
I have, I think it's always the last thing you've done, that's you feel most excited about. But of course, there are, long projects are great, something like a series like Ripper Street that I did the soundtrack for, and that did 5 series, and it became a kind of a big piece of music, that lasted for years, and it was nice, to receive the Ivor Novello for that as well, of course, but also, that you have got a kind of huge playground. Those projects are nice.
Since the rise of Netflix, do you think that TV shows are getting more kudos and, by turn, TV scores are as well?
I mean, I think definitely. Also, in the end, even though, I think everyone sort of thinks cinema is still kind of the high art, but in terms of storytelling, I think when you can tell a story over 6 hours rather than 2, you can just go so much more into depth, and also the way
themes and ideas.
Exactly, and then how you can develop your musical theme. So I mean, I think it ultimately maybe it is a more perfect form of storytelling, the long form. I don't know. We have to see that.
I think it's a very exciting time for TV, and so many new shows coming out and things with quite progressive soundtracks, and I think we can push it even further and get away from what we've always heard and try and kind of go into some more unusual territory. So I'm excited that it's having a heyday for sure. Yeah.
And are there any filmmakers within TV that you'd both like to work with in the future?
In the future, well, we both like Mahalia, who directed Requiem, directed Requiem, and there's a lot of great people. I'm working at the moment with somebody called Tom Shankland, who I've worked with a few times, and he's a great collaborator. And we're going out to Southeast Asia, and I'll be recording some of the music there. And so it's great to have these collaborations.
Yeah. I mean, I love some of the new shows like Sex Education and kind of new British shows that are pushing it a bit, and that would be fun. But well, it's not a TV director, but I'd love to do a Jordan Peele horror film or something. So some horror would be, yeah. I think I've dipped my toe and now I've got a taste for it. So. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.